in possibly the most disappointing news of the day, Keith Thurman says his next comeback opponent will probably not be a top 10 contender, and that's really disappointing because we really wanted... I mean, he's a world champion. He needs to be fighting the best guys, you know. How can a guy of his caliber even say that he's not ready for a guy like Errol Spence? He needs 1 or 2 fights. For me, that screams that he needs the money from the other fights. And, you know, obviously, Keith Thurman has a pending date for the 19th of May at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, which will also be on Showtime promotion. I mean, Thurman was rumored to be fighting Jesse Vargas next, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be happening. And Thurman has come out and said that he potentially will be fighting an opponent from outside the top 10, and he's calling this his get back year. Wherever he's been is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why he's been out for so long, unless he's been really injured or coming off something. You know, Thurman says for his second fight, Thurman said he's planning 2 fights for 2018, and it could be a top 5 to 7 contender if that's the case. Oh my gosh. So yeah, anyway, it rules out a fight between WBC number 1 Sean Porter or WBC number 2 Danny Garcia in that case, if he's going to be saying those things. You know, I don't know how Thurman's thinking is that he wants to fight top 5 or top 7 guys instead of the number 1 and number 2 guys. Anyway, it's just mind-boggling. The type of contenders he'd be looking to go in with is, I don't know, like the names that I've seen is like ridiculous. But it's a comeback here for Keith Thurman. Wow. I don't know. Keith Thurman looks like he's taking it real easy right now. This whole Mayweather culture of staying undefeated is really good at getting to people, and like he's just playing it safe just to get paydays. And you know, I'm not shocked, but I am shocked. Like, I'm not shocked that this is happening in boxing, but I'm shocked that a guy like Keith Thurman, who always goes on about his legacy and his blah blah blah, is busy pulling moves like this, you know. And here's a quote from Keith Thurman. He says, "I got put on the bench, but what I did that year was so perfect, and it doesn't affect me as much as people think." So that was Thurman speaking to Yahoo News. He also said that the reason is by beating Danny Garcia, I separated myself from the rest of the competition. I'm currently the only unified champion in the welterweight division. Even though I haven't fought in the past 11 months, I still have my titles, I still have my rankings, so it's like a stock that doesn't go up and a stock that doesn't go down. After I beat Danny Garcia, I raised my stock, and it's just waiting to see what it's going to do next. Keith Thurman, what nonsense are you talking about? Your stock, it rose after beating Danny Garcia, but doing nothing is also... His stock did rise against Danny Garcia, but it's stagnant, and now it's going down as far as I'm concerned, because you're gonna start fighting these guys that are outside the top 10 and number 5 and number 7. Your stock's gonna drop, and you're not gonna be. Is this a way of just postponing fights like Errol Spence Jr.? Probably. I'm very disappointed. I thought he did beat Danny Garcia. I thought he looked good against Danny Garcia. I thought it should have been a unanimous decision against Danny Garcia, not a split. But this is disappointing me. I'd even have Keith Thurman against Sean Porter, or a rematch against Danny Garcia somewhere down the line. But this nonsense of ducking Errol Spence Jr. is just ridiculous. Anyway, Keith Thurman he's going to start losing me as a fan if he carries on with these antics. Anyway, thanks for listening. Cheers.